Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today we are doing another window shopping video for HellaHandmade Creations. HellaHandmade, or HHC for short, is a monthly pre-order marketplace. It takes place over the course of a full week every month. So it's similar to PPU, but instead of having a monthly theme, every brand has their own theme. And of course, I love to do window shopping because it's just always so fun to look at the pretty polishes each month. And this month was something else. So without further ado, let's just get into the window shopping. Alright, so here is the website for HellaHandmade this month. It's open from the 14th through the 21st as usual. And looking at the first two rows, or technically the first three polishes, there are some pretty ones. I mean, the one that catches my eye the most is the 1422. I think this is such a beautiful shade of blue. Oh, that is so pretty, especially for summer, which is like right around the corner. So crazy to think about, but I love this color. Not one that I really need in my collection. I'm also not super crazy about the size of the flakes. I don't know, there's something about like just seeing how big they are. It just doesn't look as flattering to me for some reason, but I love the base, especially in this photo where it just looks even more aqua. I think this is definitely a lot lighter than something like Mooncat's River Styx, for example, so I can't think of like, you know, a dupe necessarily, but it doesn't really feel like a super unique shade of blue at the same time. So yeah, I don't need it. The alchemy is also kind of pretty. I like the gray base. It kind of reminds me of like a pigeon. Maybe more of a pastel version, but it's a unique, you know, color combination, but not one that I really need. So we can just move on to the next two rows. And from here, I'm not really feeling the shades. As far as like familiar ones, I think the Art is Nails, the Drag Race, the shimmer sort of reminds me of Mooncat's Ultra Hot, but this looks a lot more sheer. I destashed Ultra Hot like forever ago, so I don't even remember, you know, what the base was like exactly, but this just looks a lot more sheer, more like a topper. So you could probably recreate Ultra Hot if that's what you're going for. And then the other Art is Nails, the Encore, Robin McCall. I probably maybe said this last month if it's an Encore, right? But this kind of looks like the one Prism. Oh my gosh, what is it? Is it Immortal Desire? Or I think so. I keep getting those confused. The two shimmers from their Bloodlust collection, but there's one that is very similar to this, you know. Even Island Peace Hallucinate is kind of in the same family. This definitely has a much smaller shimmer particle, but color-wise, you know, it's close enough where I definitely don't need it. And I guess, you know, the Arcana on top, it's not really giving a familiar vibe at all. I feel like it is somewhat unique, at least in terms of the combination of the base color and the shimmer color. But I feel like the base color, you know, like you could probably recreate. Actually, I don't know. It's like kind of a chameleon, because here it looks very coral, right? Like almost a watermelon shade, but then here it's a bit more orangey. It's definitely unique, but not one for me. So we can just keep going. And from here, okay, the first one that caught my eye is the Danny Viana Wear 6, because it immediately makes me think of Mooncat's Chemical X, right? From the Powerpuff Girls collab. But this maybe has more like silver, or actually no, I think the flakes in this are more opaque. The ones from Mooncat, if I remember correctly, were more like iridescent, so slightly different in that way. I feel like the base in this also looks more opaque. I know it's described as a black jelly, but it just looks so opaque to me. But maybe it's just like a lot of coats. It kind of looks a little thick too. But anyway, then the Bee's Knees, Where is the Nern Root? This is so gorgeous. Oh, you know I love reflective glitter. There's probably not a Bee's Knees, a KB shimmer similar to this. The one I'm thinking of is called Logging Off, but I don't have that one, and so I can't remember like the exact shade of green that it is, but I feel like it is a little bit you know, in that tealy green or like an emerald green family. I guess this is described as a turquoise jelly, but I don't know, it just reads very emerald to me, you know, like way more green than what I think of a turquoise color. So pretty though. Ooh, the color also kind of reminds me of some of the tealy greens from Island Pea's holiday collection. I think maybe not Noel, maybe Unwrapped is a little closer. Obviously, neither of the Island Peas are reflective glitters, but just like the color, you know, I think it's like in that family. So pretty. I mean, honestly, with the way this looks here, it kind of looks like one of their hollow jelly flaky polishes, but I don't have the tealy one, so I don't know what it would be called. But yeah, super pretty. And speaking of pretty, I don't know how I didn't see the Cleona at first. Like, this is a polish that would immediately catch my eye. Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. It's just stunning, right? It's also... Oh, God damn it. I was like, wait, this is also looking so familiar. And then it hit me. Because, you know, for a second, I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. It is so just jaw-dropping, you know, gorgeous. But now I'm like, wait, isn't this kind of like Cracks No Reservations? Like, maybe it's a little different in some of the color. Like, I can't tell if it's the base color or the magnetic, you know, there's something that's like a little off that I don't think it's an exact dupe necessarily, but maybe it depends on the photos, because on some photos I'm like, that kind of looks like the Cracked, but I also might just be misremembering, you know. But it's just so pretty. Like, I especially love this photo. Caitlin swatches always get me. They just look so sparkly. The color combination, it's beautiful, but I pretty much already have it. And the only other familiar one from here is the BCB kind of multi-chrome, where it sort of looks like Mooncat's Jewel Beetle, you know, and I already have that. So a multi-chrome is a multi-chrome. We don't need more. So moving on to the next two rows. Okay, this Cuticula, tweed as can be. Oh, that is stunning. I love an aqua blue shimmer. It's kind of like almost has a purple. I guess the shimmer has a little bit of a purple shift to it, but the base looks pretty blue overall. So this kind of, in a way, feels like a sibling polish, sort of. Maybe not sibling, like a distant cousin to Cuticula's Fairy Core from Polish Pickup last year. Oh my god. See, here we go again. This specific swatch, like, the shimmer is so glowy and so strong. I am obsessed with how it looks. I do love how it has like a subtle purple shift. Yeah, I'm trying to think as far as like similar shades. I mean, maybe the closest one that I have is KB Shimmer's Splash Talking, but I feel like it's not an exact match, you know, but for my sake, I'm just gonna say it's close enough. Very beautiful. But I have, you know, Fairy Core. I have so many other kind of shimmers. I'm trying to tell myself I don't need it, you know. Then I want to look at the Cracked polish, Hot and Bothered, just because I always love, like, you know, a rusty kind of orange. This one is described as a red jelly with a fiery orange aurora pigment. It definitely reads very gold to me, like the shimmer. You know, maybe it depends on the photo, but obviously the yellow shimmer against a red base, it's gonna look orange in some lighting. It's gorgeous, but, you know, I can skip it. I feel like it's a pretty similar, or not similar, like not safe. What am I thinking of? A simple, like a pretty simple finish, you know, color combination where we probably are gonna see it again. I feel like Cirque has a polish. I think they have a magnetic called Firecracker from one of their Lunar New Year like releases. I feel like this reminds me so much of that, but obviously like unmagnetized. So, you know, it's pretty, but I can skip it. And the other ones, not really speaking to me. I mean, the Danglefoot I think is interesting because it's just very different, very unique shade, kind of like, you know, a prugly a pruggly color in my opinion. It does have a pink reflective glitter, so you know that is interesting, and it's also very interesting how it shifts to like green in extreme lighting, but yeah, not really the shade for me, but I can appreciate it from afar, you know. So yeah, we can just keep going to, you know, let's go to these 2 rows here, and we have a lot of reds, I feel like, this month. I would say between these reds, the Indie by Patti Lopez Broken Princess is kind of reminding me of, you know, Mooncat's Pandemonium, and I already desashed that one because it just wasn't my shade of red, so I can skip that. And unfortunately, the other ones aren't really speaking to me or looking super familiar, so let's just keep going, I guess. And from here, there are some pretty shades, you know, some standout colors, but you know me, you know, I just want to look at it. The lily pad lacquer. Long Live Cowgirls. Oh, this looks like an opalescent shade. Just so gorgeous. I know, incredibly sheer, right? I can see. But I also just really love that. This photo, though, reminds me a lot of Mooncat's Moon Jelly, which, did they retire that one? I feel like they did, right? Because there's no way they only retired Curiosity's Prey, but not Moon Jelly. I don't remember. But either way, it kind of has that vibe. I love the colors of this, though. You know, it's just so dreamy, so opalescent, really pretty, but not one that I need. From the bottom row, the other one that like really stands out to me is the Linby, because this reminds me so much of this old polish that I have from this indie brand called Loaded Lacquer, called Bento Box. Like the base color, you know, being this super juicy, like berry sort of shade, and then filled with this blue iridescent, like how it's so glowy. You know, it's not an exact dupe. There is like this extra kind of, you know, like red pop in there, but it's the closest to Bento Box, I think. I mean, no, we probably have seen something like it before, but I just love it. I love the color combination. You know, it's just so good. I love the base in this. I feel like that shouldn't be surprising because I love a good jelly. It's just so pretty. Then the Lurid Sister Bear. This one kind of feels like it could belong in the Holo Taco collection, their Pruggly collection. This one I'm assuming is like a reflective glitter. Yeah, it's a deep olive green base with bronze reflective glitter, aurora shimmer, and twinkles in shades of copper, gold, and green. Gorgeous color. It's Pruggly for sure, right? Just towing the line because I feel like it's that perfect shade of olive where it's still very green. I'm not super crazy about like the shimmer, or I guess the reflective glitter, because it makes it lean a little more yellow than I like. But in the other photos where the yellow or the gold isn't as strong, I'm kind of a fan. Not enough of a fan to like buy it, but you know, just that I can admire it. And then the Moonshine Manny Breath of Fresh Air. Initially, I was gonna say, I wonder if this could be like a dupe for Holo Taco's Blue Freezy, but I did not realize that the finish was so different. This is not like a linear holo at all. It's like, you know, a shimmer with some flakes, so never mind that, but the color is really gorgeous. So yeah, that's you know, some nice shades, but we can just move on. And oh my god, what? You're joking. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, this nailed it. I mean, if you didn't pay attention, I added it to my wish list immediately. I have never done that. I have not had a reaction like this. This is so embarrassing. It's just, wow. I mean, like, you can't blame me, right? Like, look at that. Are you joking? I'm so lucky. I added it right away because I saw it was a solar. Because if this was a thermal, it would have broken my heart because I would be so tempted, but I would talk myself out of it. But the fact that it's a solar, like, you're coming home with me. Are you joking? And it's called Wish Upon a Starlight. That is so sweet. It's inspired by Care Bears. How cute is that? I was never really a Care Bear person, but the polish, like, I want to frame this photo. Or just this collage, because seeing like the gradient effect, you know, across the nails, oh my god, there's just no more words. So I'm not even gonna spend more time because I'm just gonna be like ogling over it. It's already in my wish list, so let's just get out of there. Okay, I think we can move on now. So sorry about that reaction, but yeah, unfortunately I don't care about anything else. No, I'm kind of kidding. At least from, you know, these two rows, there's like, you know, some pretty shades. Like, I think the other one that I like is the Nirvana Beauty People Don't Change, but it also kind of reminds me of a cracked that I think was a previous HellaHandmade from, I don't know, like the past couple of months, like sometime within the past year. They came out with a shade pretty similar to this. And I love the color combination. It's just so cool, so kind of like grungy maybe. Maybe the base color is grungy, but the blue shimmer, you know, kind of makes it a little chic. And I love it. I don't know if I love it enough to get it. Like, part of me wants it because it is unique. Like, I don't think I have a shade like this in my collection, even though I do have a lot of blue shimmers and then other like grungy shades. I don't have a combination, but maybe I'll try and like layer something to get this. But it is super gorgeous and kind of funny. It's just like such a 180 from the Nailed It. But yeah, the other shades, like the Moth and Moon, you know, it's pretty, right? It's a reflective, a really pretty blurple kind of color with shimmer and stuff. I've yet to try Moth and Moon. I mean, technically I tried them when they were Schlee polish, but not one of their reflective glitters. And they definitely do look pretty, but this one doesn't really, it's not like the shade of purple that I would wear. I think it's a little too dusty for me. So yeah, I think that's it from here. We can just move on to the next two rows. And oh my god, this little yoga dog. Why is that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, literally so adorable. I don't need it, right? It's just so, I don't want to say it's like silly, but it's just, I don't need it, but it's just so freaking cute. Okay, so as far as the polishes go, there are some pretty shades. I would say, ooh, I have like two favorites. The Nothing Basic Tentacula? Why do I not know how to pronounce that? This one is also giving magical opalescent vibes, especially like this lower right hand photo. Oh my god, that is stunning. Not a surprise though, right, that it glows in lower lighting like that. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. I don't need a flaky like this though, but it's so tempting. It really is. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but I don't need it. So I'm just gonna get out of there. I don't want to look at it too long. The other one that I think is super gorgeous is the Penelope Loose Sun and Rain. I love the name of this. The colors, oh my gosh, they nailed it. This is such a beautiful shade. So unique, at least unique to like my collection. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like, you know, a bee's knees because they also do a lot of the fine particle magnetics. But this color is just so pretty. Oh man, I love that. And this photo specifically, because you see that sort of like soft yellowy, like sunshine in the shimmer. Absolutely magical. But I'm gonna stay strong. I don't need it. I'm not much of a gray, like, I mean, I love a slate, like blue gray shade, but I know I'm not really gonna wear this one. And for the other shades, I mean, the Paint It Pretty Sour Sugar Shift, this one is gorgeous. It's a magnetic. I love the color, you know, just super pretty, but also kind of looks like a teal magnetic we saw from Polish Pickup. I do not remember the brand or anything, but I just remember having that thought of like, oh yeah, that's kind of a unique shade for a magnetic. Like I haven't seen that color combination before. So, you know, maybe it's not exactly the same, but it's in the same family. And yeah, the other shades, I mean, maybe this other Nothing Basic is like, what is this reminding me of? I guess like in some photos, it kind of looks like Mooncat's Am I Everything You Fear? But then in other photos, like these photos are so much darker, right? Like here you get more of that teal sort of base. Oh, it's described as a deep purple base. Am I crazy? Like I know, okay, look, I'll be honest, I'm recording kind of late right now, so my eyes are tired. But to me, that base is not purple. Like what? Is this a different polish? This is not purple, right? Am I like this I can see as being described as purple, but it's like mostly the shimmer. But the bottle looks teal. I don't, you know, it's I don't even care anymore. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Mooncat basically. But anyway, we can just move on to the next two rows, and from here, the Pepper Polish Iridescent Veil. Stunning, but it's just another iridescent flake topper that I do not need. I feel like it kind of looks like something Vanessa Molina has done, right? So, you know, it's fine. But I do want to look at some more photos of this Phoenix Woods Bless because it's just so glowy. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Just giving like these mermaid vibes, you know, like cellophane. Ooh, this photo actually kind of reminds me of Curse of Calypso before it faded, unfortunately, RIP. But where it almost has like a purple looking base, but in every other photo, it definitely reads as very blue. So maybe the shimmer is the same in the two polishes, but yeah, this is just the blue version because it really is only like these two photos that give Curse of Calypso. I think all the other photos you can tell that it's a blue base, but it is really pretty. I think it's a bit more blue too compared to something like Mooncat's Mermaid Bait, so kind of unique in a way, but at the same time I feel like we have seen this finish before, right? And then the other Phoenix I actually kind of like too, and this one reminds me of, oh my god, what was it? I just reviewed it. It was from Goodnight Polish, from their Space Walls collection. They had a dark teal with like this pinky purple shimmer, just so glowy and gorgeous. This is definitely lighter. I do remember that. Maybe this shimmer is more pink compared to the Goodnight. I think that was a little bit more like blue toned purple leaning. So not an exact dupe, but at least for me, you know, somebody who doesn't need a lot of teals or darker teals in their collection, I feel like, yeah, I just don't need both, even though they are very different. But I do like how glowy this is. There's just something about it that's so, it's just so pretty. But yeah, I don't need it. So there's not really anything else from the other polishes that are speaking to me, so I guess we can just move on. And from here, the Ribbit Stickets Wild. This orange is so cute. Oh my gosh, you know I love an orange polish. It is so cute. It kind of looks like a glitter. Yeah, an orange micro glitter with green to blue to orange shifting crystal flakes and green aurora shimmer. I can't say I'm too crazy about the green shimmer. I feel like it almost makes it lean like a Halloween orange for me, which isn't bad, but just compared to the first photo, you know, or even just this other photo, I just love the shade here where it's just more of this spring summer orange, but then the other ones just read a little bit more fall. So, you know, either way, I'm not really in the market for an orange sort of micro glitter, but it is a cute shade. And then the other one, Hops, it's okay. Like, I mean, it has a nice glowy blue shimmer. It kind of reminds me of Island Peas Rose Water, but like the blue version. And I don't have that one, you know, despite it being a fan favorite. So I feel like I'm not missing out on it. It's fine. I feel comfortable skipping these. So we can just move on to the next 2 rows. And from here, okay, I know it's like so basic, right? Nothing special, but I just always love this color. Oh, the Sassy Cats. Every street is a runway. This is just giving summer to me. Like, I love a coral base with a peachy golden shimmer. It is just peak summer vibes. So pretty. Definitely kind of pastel looking here, or maybe not like pastel, but just a lot softer in a jelly sort of base, which, I mean, I guess that first photo did kind of give jelly, but it just looks so different, like seeing it on the shorties, and especially this photo where it's matte. I feel like it almost has this, I don't know, very like satin or like almost a rubbery feel to it, or like a visual look or something. It just looks so soft, which might sound weird, but I don't know. I still kind of like it. I think it's just a gorgeous color though, but a simple one that I'm pretty sure I have in my collection, so I don't need this one. So going back to these other shades, I mean, maybe the Rogue, you know, is like pretty, but not one that I'm tempted by. I feel like the color combination kind of reminds me of Holo Taco's Light Link, but this looks much more opaque. Or maybe just darker, but I think it's also a bit more opaque. I remember the Holo Taco one being a bit sheer, but just, you know, a similar vibe in general. So yeah, we can just move on to the next 2 rows, which actually, yeah, are the last 2. And okay, from here, I would say the Zombie Claw Army verse. This one is so gorgeous. The green shimmer, the way it's so glowy against this like really sheer ghostly kind of base, it reminds me of Crack's Merc. Not an exact dupe, but definitely a very similar vibe. I can't tell if this is maybe like more of a blue-green shimmer, like the color of the shimmer is a little different. I think maybe the base is also slightly different, like maybe more white base, while the Cracked was slightly more gray or just darker. But the glowy shimmer of it all is giving Merc. So I think this could be a good alternative. And the only other one kind of catching my eyes is like the Witch Cult Say It Out Loud, a Twilight reference. This is actually so, wow, this is so spot on. The color is so good. Oh my god. I still have only seen the first Twilight movie. I totally meant to do like, you know, a little series on polishes inspired by the movies, but maybe we'll continue it this year. But at least this shade, the color, it's just so satisfying how spot on this is. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. I love the shimmer color too. It's just such a satisfying like combination, and I would say pretty unique. Like the only other kind of gold shimmer in a grayish base that I can think of is Crack's Morning Light, for example, but the base is just so different. Like this has that sort of slate blue, I mean it's described as a teal green, but it's just so different, and I just really love it, honestly. I love how this looks, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. It's just such a satisfying shade though, but I'm just gonna admire it from afar. And yeah, the other ones, not really speaking to me, so I'm pretty sure I just have the one shade on my wish list if it'll open. Yeah, the Nailed It. This is, you know, that's fine. Like if I had put like a rule on myself of I can only buy one thing like each month or something, this would easily be the one. Because it is the one. I am so obsessed with it. So that wraps up my window shopping for this month's HellaHandmade shop. As always, I would love to know what you think of this month's offerings and if you have anything on your wish list, because as you saw, I don't even know what came over me. Like, I really can't explain why that nailed it just has a chokehold on me. I mean, obviously it's just like, you know, a cute pink lavender combination with a blue shimmer, which I know, thinking about it now, there are probably some polishes in my collection that are kind of similar, where maybe I could like recreate the vibes doing a lazy gradient, for example. And while I do normally hate the thought of just paying for shipping for like one polish, I also just really, really want this one polish, you know? So I think I'm gonna treat myself and just get it. I mean, it is just one shade after all, because as you saw, even throughout the browsing, I feel like there were a couple of polishes that like really caught my eye, and I was thinking about it, but I don't want to think about it too much. I think I won't regret it, you know, like skipping out on the other shades. It's just kind of hard sometimes to balance like that feeling of, you know, thinking something is so beautiful and knowing that you'll love it like on, but also realizing that you probably won't wear it as often. So I'm just trying to be better about that stuff, you know? So all in all, even though I am planning on getting one polish, I feel like this was a very successful window shopping. So again, let me know if you're gonna be getting anything or if you're gonna be skipping this month. I'd love to hear about it down below so we can chat about it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.